Hello and welcome to the special conversation with Venkatesh Iyer. Many congratulations for the IPL win. First reactions, wasn't an easy season for you, but the kind of impact you made in the second half of the season reeks fantastic resilience, courage, commitment, determination, including yesterday. But first thoughts.
Very happy, obviously, to touch the trophy once again. Feels very special, and it's even more special when things don't go your way, but you fight through it and somehow earn not just the trophy but also the respect of your colleagues. That's actually something very special.
That was the question, Venki. I mean, it wasn't an easy start. Take me a little bit in depth. What was it like? How difficult was it for someone who has been there, as a top player, not being able to get that many opportunities, but then the comeback? Just give me a little bit more in detail.
It's a learning curve, obviously. When I'm picked in any team, I'm obviously I would think that I'll start and this is going to be my role and whatnot. My entire preparation is like that. But to understand that that's not necessarily true here, and I'll be, maybe a second choice or backup as they call it these days. That gave me a different sense of understanding. But it also taught me, as you said, a little bit of resilience that, okay, if it's not as if I'm not going to play at all, because there are hardly seasons where the team that is playing, the playing 11 initially plays the entire tournament, because obviously it's a long tournament, injuries, form, all these things do happen. My only job was when I was biting that time, my only job was to be ready when the opportunity presents itself, because to sit on the bench is one thing, but to sit on the bench with a purpose, wanting to contribute and to bring something to the table for the team environment is what I was aiming at.
And that one match, both of us, I mean, I did write a piece as well. I mean, that one match where you played as impact player, unfortunately wasn't able to get going, and the kind of social media vitriol that was heaped on you, having faced abuse myself, I can say these things are not easy. Do they impact you? Were you able to kind of insulate and, how did you react to that and then the comeback? Tell me about that.
To say that it did not impact me would be wrong. It does impact everyone. But yeah, to react to it is something that I would never do, because I've maintained it time and time again. This is my life, my career, and I'm completely accountable for it, and I'm taking care of it. If I've done bad, I don't need people to tell me that I've done bad. I know it. I understand cricket enough. But yeah, abuse and all, it's gonna be there. You know it. If you do well, people will talk. If you don't do well, people will talk. The only thing that you can do is control your efforts, control your attitude. More than efforts, control your attitude. That's what I've been trying to do. I'm very lucky that I was in an environment that suited my attitude and my approach towards the game. So I was really happy. Never felt like I'm away from the setup. Never felt like I don't belong here or anything like that. I completely felt at home, and that's what I think kept me going.
And then the turnaround, when that 70 odd innings, can you tell me a little bit about that, when it starts hitting the middle of the bat and Venkatesh Iyer gets to become Venkatesh Iyer again? Just describe that, because I have always felt that the turnaround and when things start happening again gives you much greater joy. Tell me about that one innings.
It's actually about fighting the first 10 balls. I think it's not just me, the legend of the game also. It's that the batter is actually the first few balls. And so if you're playing regularly, those first few balls become lesser. But you're not playing if you are just walking into the ranks and all these things. The first few balls are actually where you kind of are searching for who you are. You're getting into the groove. Fortunately for me, I was batting alongside Virat in that game, and the platform was set, so I was able to not chew up a few balls, but yeah, I was able to take my time. And once, as we said, it starts hitting the middle of the bat, you kind of zone out. You kind of forget what all's happening, what has happened, or you forget everything, and you just focus on how you want to hit the ball. And at the end of the day, that is cricket, right? How you're hitting the ball, how you're reacting to situations, and as you said, first few balls after that completely felt like a known territory for me.
And playoffs, again, brilliant start yesterday. I thought that start by you, 32 of 16, closed it because, yeah, magical innings by Virat. But when you get to 56 or 4 overs, both openers firing, in a smaller chase, that's when things get done. I mean, despite the injury, firstly, how is the injury? And secondly, that start yesterday in a high pressure final, multiple times Bengaluru has chased in the past, not been able to get over the line. And Gujarat has a very good bowling attack. So, thoughts on yesterday's final, please, and the injury.
The injury I'm holding up quite well. Fortunately, nothing serious. It's just extremely humid, and cramps and all are very natural to happen. But yeah, as you said, these games are decided in the power play. Had it been a 2-10, 2-20 sort of game, the approach would have been different. Not that it would have been less aggressive, but you gotta keep going and maintain a run rate throughout the game. But when you're chasing 160, you gotta land the first blow. You gotta land the first punch and try to kill the game in the power play, because the only chance of comeback for the team is in the power play. So if you don't give an inch in the power play, you basically settling the game then and there. So I think that was a conscious effort by me and Virat to go after their bowling. And as we pointed out, their strength is their bowling. And that's been the template of RCB. Try and attack the strengths of the opposition so that they feel helpless, and that's what we tried to do.
Venki, I've got to ask you this. I mean, at 36, 37, 38, I don't know what the age is. It's just a number for Virat Kohli. But batting alongside Virat Kohli yesterday, once again, a masterful chase. You were out there when you went out. Can you make me understand the mind of the guy? I mean, I don't know how many years, but this is just incredible to see somebody doing it time in, time out in a run chase. A little bit more on Virat Kohli, please, having batted with him multiple times in this season.
I think it's the belief in the skill that he has. Obviously that comes from years of working hard and understanding the game. Whatever situation we want to be in, that person has already seen that situation and has understood it. We were calm throughout, even after losing a couple of quick wickets, because we knew Virat is there. His presence itself gives confidence to the team, and that is what he has earned over these years, to kind of show that what presence is, what aura is. So if he is there on the field, then there's a mental catch-up game that the opposition always has to play. And it's a method. Okay, it's not something that has just come to him or that has just come to Indian cricket. There's a method to it. There's a method to his practice, the way he approaches the game, high on energy all the time, and he does not want to see his team down, and that kind of lifts the entire team. If you are sharing a field with Virat, you cannot keep your shoulders down and just stroll or jog to your positions. You can't do that, because this guy, after achieving so much, after being reckoned as one of the legends of the game, if he is showing so much energy, intensity and hunger, who are you to take it lightly and just be casual? So I think day in and day out, it's just inspirational for not just cricketers, but everyone who's watching. Everyone who's watching the game of cricket, everyone who wants to learn something new. I think he's an inspiration and a role model.
I was chatting with Rajkumar, and Rajkumar said exactly the same, that people think he's arrogant, but for people who know him, he is the most humble. I mean, he will stay rooted. Any particular conversation that you might have had? I mean, that you know when you were batting together. Anything that you kind of recount that you will take from Virat Kohli from this season?
We don't chat a lot, obviously, because in a T20 tournament, in a game where the stakes are high, you just want to keep going low. But little things like tactical, tactical nuances of the game. It shows that it's not just about hitting; it's about understanding what the bowler's gonna bowl at you, or what the bowler's gonna counter it tactically, is what he kind of believes in. And every time I look at him, the only message that he sends is be clear in what you want to do. Even if it is a defense. I know it's a T20 game, but even if it's a defense, be aggressive in that. Be clear about what you want to do, and that kind of gives you confidence. If you're clear in whatever you want to do, half the battle is already won. So I think it's just been a pleasure batting with him.
Last three questions. One, somebody who I'm sure you will be very, very pleased about and very dear to you. You've told me in the past as well. Rajat Patidar, back-to-back seasons, captain, winning it, leading from the front. That 90 was one of the most extraordinary innings from Rajat Patidar. A word on your friend and his captaincy.
Phenomenal. I think he's done what nobody believed he could do. I didn't believe he could do a few years back. I was pleasantly surprised by the way he carried himself on the field. It was just a matter of when rather than if or could he. It had to happen. And this is not me talking about 2021, 22 or something. This is something that not just me, the entire MP team thought in 2016, 17 when I began my Ranji Trophy days. Like, this fellow does not belong here. He belongs in the top tier. He's meant for bigger things. When he virtually hadn't even scored a lot in Ranji Trophy. I'm talking about like 10 years back. At that time, we were all thinking, what's he doing here? He should be a regular in India. Quality, this, that. So it had to happen. Late, but good things eventually happen to good people.
Yeah, I mean, and all of us have been mighty impressed. I wrote a piece saying, he should make the Ireland and England team. Fingers crossed for Rajat Patidar, because I thought the test opportunity came a bit too early, but definitely lot still in the offing. Last two, word on Andy Flower, Venki. You've played under multiple coaches, Andy Flower and also Dinesh Karthik, your support bench. Can you give me an insight onto Andy Flower and Dinesh Karthik?
Best. They've been the best support staff I played with. Purely in terms of communication and role clarity, handling of players, handling of situations, and also empowering the players to make decisions. Sometimes, especially in India, we are used to coaches dictating situations, which is necessary also. But to empower the players to make their own decisions, to create an environment where the players feel empowered, towards leadership, is something that these people have created. And DK, I think, if I had to point out who was the most hardworking person, of course, barring our logistics guys, it was Dinesh Karthik. Going out in the outside nets, working with batters, then coming back in the center nets. Talking to batters, throwing balls at them for drills. I've never seen a more hardworking batting coach than DK. Same goes to Andy, and it's an amazing resume that he has. So many championships. They speak for themselves, right? Obviously, wherever he's gone, he has created a winning culture, and the key that holds this together, I feel, is Mobo Butt. His being the director of cricket, the way he has led this entire RCB resurgence has been nothing short of phenomenal.
And two part to the final question. One, a word on Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. I mean, I've been so pleased to see Bhuvi bowl the way you were there, you experienced it firsthand, and secondly for your fans, the RCB fans. Last year was a tragedy, a disaster. One day after the tournament ended, and this time round, I know there are several measures put in Bengaluru, but people have loved it. I mean, I'm sure the team has dedicated it to the fans. You guys spoke a lot about it, but a word on the fans. So two parts: one on Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, and secondly about the RCB fans, Venkatesh Iyer.
Bhuvneshwar Kumar, I feel, is the epitome of simplicity in bowling. It's as easy it is to say, it's very tough to achieve. Keeping bowling simple, simple plans. Yes, planning. Obviously, planning is there, but to stick to it and keep it absolutely simple. So much so that it inspires the other bowlers to kind of get back to what we used to do in our childhood days. Simple bowling. Stick to your lens, stick to your plans, and keep moving forward. Don't get rattled if the batter comes hard at you. Simplicity. For me, he was the MVP of the tournament. Obviously, Vaibhav, no words for him. But for me, it was Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. The way he predominantly batting favorable tournament, the way he carried himself, the way he field, I think he's a legend, and so much to learn from him and Hazelwood. And as far as the fans are concerned, I've played a few finals before. This one felt totally different. With due respect to Kolkata and then other places, fandom is something that I actually experienced when I came to Bangalore. People from Delhi, Patna, Chennai, and remote places, they're fans of RCB, and the love that RCB players and even ex-players get, it's really unbelievable. People doing pujas and artis for RCB so that RCB wins in the final. People must have actually slept very peacefully last night knowing that RCB has won. This is fandom on a very, very different level. This is something that I've never experienced before. So yeah, I'm really happy that I was able to be a part of something extraordinary. As I told you, I've touched the trophy once. I know how it feels. I know how happy people are. But this was just out of the world.
Venkatesh Iyer, wish you all the very best always. You know that. I mean, you've also stood up. I mean, a real story of courage, resilience, commitment, determination. You've seen a lot. You've seen a lot last year with the price tag, with everything. To be able to do what you did will inspire and make it an aspirational story for generations to come. Wish you all the very best with your RCB stint. Hope the injury is not too serious. I really hope we see you back in India colours at some point as well. So all the very, very, very best. Very proud of you, and catch up soon. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you, and I also just want to say, price tag, money, all these things should never dictate a cricketer. It's every cricketer works hard irrespective of what he's been picked for. It can be a 20 lakh contract, can be a 25 crore contract. People sometimes fail to understand that. But irrespective of what comes your way in the bank account, the hard work is still the same. It does not mean having more money reduces your hard work. Virat Kohli being an example of that, the hardest working cricketer I've seen. But I also saw a Vihan Malhotra or a Kanishk Chauhan working extremely hard on their skills, being base contract picks. So that amount should never dictate how you look at a person. So yeah, that's my message.
Very, 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 very apt message. Very, very pertinent message. I wish you the very best. You know that. Catch up soon. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you joining me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye. Bye.